Detective Pikachu Returns review. It is frankly continuously baffling to know that we live in a world where the concept of Detective Pikachu is something that exists. Little Pikachu in his tiny deerstalker speaking in a voice that makes him sound like a glizzard nor a detective, and a Bag-Day smoker is the real character in a real game that you can experience right now. As absurd as the concept is, also downright genius, and Pikachu and this human partner Tim Goodman are back to solve more crimes in Detective Pikachu Returns as the series makes its debut on the Nintendo Switch. In case you didn't play the first game, Detective Pikachu Returns starts you off with a handy recap to explain why Pikachu and Team have become local celebrities as a crime-solving duo. If you didn't play the first game but did watch the 2017 film based on it, the plot is largely the same except for location. Of the teams that Harry Goodman at the end, so the sequel starts with the team and Pikachu having learned to work together as the partners and determined to find out what happened to teams that Harry. Pikachu's original partner whose mysterious disappearance before the first game is what originally brought the two together. But that isn't the only mystery that they have to solve. While looking for Harry, the duo also encounters some other sinister rumblings beneath the surface of Ryme City, all of which may not be connected to each other, to the location of the Harry Goodman, connected or not in this game. Pikachu and team are constantly solving mysteries, something which sets Detective Pikachu Returns apart from other adventure games of this kind. Whereas something like Ace Attorney is typically composed of lengthy investigation phases inspired with lengthy courtroom phases, Detective Pikachu Returns instead made up of a whole heap of small mysteries, with the solution of each one prompting you next small investigation or further world exploration. It is very clear-paced, with nothing ever feeling like it drags. Information you find out will often be relevant in the near future, meaning you don't have to rack your brain to remember a conversation you had with a character or the two chapters ago, nor do you have the come-through file of evidence. In general, it's much easier the game than many others of the genre, but it is necessary to its retirement. It opens up a door for the players who may love misery, but not gruesome murder, or younger players who want to dabble in detective reasoning without stumbling upon too many inappropriate themes. The crime of Detective Pikachu Returns throughout they may touch on darker themes are typically fairly tame things like robbery, or they aren't crimes at all. You're just as likely to be solving the mystery of how melt a significant amount of ice or the way into a simply locked area as you are any kind of actual criminal activity. To be clear, I'm not condoning robbery, it's just likely to be less comforting than the murders that usually feature this type of game. And it isn't that there is no challenge for more experienced or hardened players. There are still plenty of mysteries and intrigue, and the game loop is still satisfying. It is just more distinguishable. The other thing that sets the game apart is obviously the fact that many of your witnesses, predators, and assistants are Pokémon. Though our team can speak the Pikachu, he can communicate with the other Pokémon, so his furry yellow friend has to translate. When you are playing as a team, this means that the communicate using your Pokémon noises and the Pikachu will summarize, but during the moments when you instead get to play of Pikachu himself, the Pokémon will express themselves articulately and the way that shows off different personalities. Once to play as some guy just had Pokémon noises, when instead you could be a little grizzly Pikachu riding around on the back of Groot, so she helps you track down evidence. Detective Pikachu Return is the best when it really showcases its Pokémon settings. As someone who fell off the main series because the addition to way too many complex systems, but who is still deploy and deeply loves the world of Pokémon, I found this to be a very perfect way to experience it. You can learn about the unique skills of different Pokémon types, you understood how they interact with each other and the world, and experience life alongside them without the focus of throwing them into a area. Despite all the crime and general shady behavior going on around you, it's somehow a very wholesome experience, with just enough darkness to keep you intrigued. If nothing else, this game is a unique experience, both for the mystery genre and also the Pokémon series. It's absurd about that it somehow works and it managed to be in equal parts incredibly earnest and also self-aware. At times, it feels like it's taking down to you, and in those moments, it feels truly like it's supposed to be directed at a younger audience, but for most part, it itself, apart by just being nice. And its core, this game is about working together to solve the problems and beauty of understanding the world around you. And throughout, you likely walk away from this game thinking, what in absolutely hell did I just play? How does the game exist? You also feel good about having played it and we're ready for the another installment. And yep, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And so Detective Pikachu Returns. It's an anomaly for both Pokemon series and adventure games as large, but the marriage of two makes it into something special. It's earnest, fun, and at times downright satisfying. And even though it's undoubtedly weird, it's also the perfect title for introducing new players to the world of mystery games. Thanks, bye.